This is Sam from Uniondale, and you're tuning in to another edition of the Sam I Analyze Show. The Jets fire Robert Saleh. Let's analyze. Robert Saleh and the Jets are currently 2-3. They've lost two in a row. They just lost one in London. And this is a team with a lot of expectations going into the season. With a quote-unquote healthy Aaron Rodgers at 40, 41 years young, depending on who's doing the math. And the Jets had a lot of expectations going in. Super Bowl or bust. The NFL has the Jets in a lot of nationally televised games. So even the NFL bought into the hype. And, Woody Johnson this morning said, you know what? 2-3. It's not what I want to see. Robert Saleh seems to be, to me, a solid person. Like, a galvanizer, I feel, when he first got here. I'm like, who is this guy? You heard for years, back in, 2017, when he first got there as a defensive coordinator for the 49ers, he was there for 3 years, that this guy was going to be the next guy. Similar to Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles, by the way, doing very well with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But, he was not a guy who, in my estimation and in my opinion, who's a good, I don't think Robert Saleh is a good head coach, right? And I think he left the offense to Nathaniel Hackett, and maybe he did do some of the offense, but at 20-36, that's not going to cut it, man. At 20-36, that is not going to cut it in 3.5 years. So Woody Johnson said, "You're fired." I'm sure he met with Joe Douglas and was like, what's going to happen here? And I know, this is something that had to happen. I thought it was going to happen at the end of last year. Now, many would say that's not fair. He was supposed to have Aaron Rodgers with him. Aaron Rodgers got hurt. We saw that Monday night game last year. But the question I have here, was this the right move? I said it had to happen. But here's the deal. The Jets, to me, continue to be a laughingstock. All right? I think the Jets, to me, they've got talent. Okay? You've got young talent, and you have to give kudos to Joe Douglas for rebounding after his first year. I mean, his first year in 2020, he used his first pick on his 11th pick, first round, on Mekhi Becton. A guy, in my estimation, in my opinion, he did make a Pro Bowl, but he was just too heavy on those knees, and that's why he couldn't stay healthy. He's now in Philly. Denzel Mims, a wide receiver in the second round, almost, 59 on him, who's now with the Steelers. That was a mistake, but he rebounded nicely. Those two were misses, and obviously the miss of them all. And this was going to be a miss. Why? Because it's the New York Jets. Anytime they draft a quarterback, my David Gettleman impersonation, sorry, Boston, it fails. So when they took Zach Wilson out of Utah at number 2, I wanted Justin Fields. That's who I wanted, but and he's out there with the Steelers, and he's not doing so well either. But that's who I wanted. And, they rebounded pretty nicely from getting Jermaine Johnson, the Michael Carters of the world, the Elijah Vera Tuckers of the world, and obviously the stars of the team, Garrett Wilson, Brees Hall, Sauce Gardner. So the Jets do have talent, but you saw that there was a little bit of a they started butting heads. The Robert Salehs and the Aaron Rodgers of the world, and I started thinking, who's gonna win, right? Who's gonna win this? And obviously, this is Aaron Rodgers' team, right? 40 years young and all, whatever it is, Mr. AARP and all. This is his team. You know, when he got Nathaniel Hackett here, I'm like, and I started thinking, I'm like, who's going to take over the head coaching duties if Salah is relieved of his duties? I thought it was going to be Hackett, but then again, does it really matter? It's Aaron Rodgers' operation, right? The Jets this morning, they've announced that Jeff Ulbrich is going to, or Ulbrich, whatever, is the interim head coach for the remainder of the season. And this is what Woody Johnson has decided. And they're saying that, they informed him that this of this decision or what have you. Here's the deal, folks. Like I said, is it going to make a difference? And this is when Robert Saleh lost the locker room in a sense, and the locker room being Aaron Rodgers. When he started taking shots at Aaron Rodgers and the cadence, and that's Aaron Rodgers. That's him. That's his go-to. The cadence and the false starts that were happening, and the Denver loss, and you're seeing that these guys are jumping off sides, and Aaron Rodgers is throwing everything off. That was not going to fly. So Aaron Rodgers, and he gets the quote of the day when speaking about, and he said this about his relationship with Robert Saleh. We're really good friends. We enjoy each other. We spend time almost every day in his office talking about things and talking about the energy of the team, focus of the team, and what we need to get done, how I can help him out, how he can help me out. So we have a great relationship. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. And supposedly this Jeff Ulbrich is a guy who, according to the statement, that he is a guy who's got the respect of the locker room, according to owner Woody Johnson. Look, I like I said, I think Aaron Rodgers, to me, I think no matter what the Jets do, they look lost on offense. Brees Hall does not look like the Brees Hall of the first 2-3 years. I think teams are now stacking the box against him. You've gotten Nathaniel Hackett, putting him out there as a wideout at times. The Jets look completely lost. And I had a friend of mine ask me, if you're the Jets, do you go get Devontae Adams from the Raiders? I guess. I don't know. Is that going to make a difference? I think the Jets have weapons on offense. I think the Jets are struggling on the offensive line again. I don't think getting Devontae Adams is going to make that much of a difference. I thought until last week you saw Garrett Wilson not being able to get separation, Brees Hall not looking like himself, Aaron Rodgers, looking like a 40-year-old man. He does. And I thought when he got hurt, by the way, in London, when he was limping, I thought that was a mistake. I personally thought they should have sat him, in my opinion, but that's just me. And I thought, for me, I thought, I just thought that for me, they may have, that was a mistake. I think that was a mistake, but, like I said, Aaron Rodgers runs the team. So if Aaron Rodgers, if you are Robert Saleh and you're like, look, man, you got to sit. I'm sure Aaron Rodgers is like, yeah, kick rocks. That's not happening. And I thought they should have went to Tyrod Taylor, but Aaron Rodgers runs the show. So listen, if you are Joe Douglas, you're between a rock and a hard place right now because yes, you've drafted well, but you're the last domino to fall here. And Woody Johnson again is going to have to make moves again. And to me, this also shows another issue where the Jets, whether it's Zach Wilson, was a mistake. Aaron Rodgers, he's hurt, not looking like himself. Looks like the Jets are going to have to go quarterback shopping again. And this is just a revolving door. This is what happens, and I think it doesn't help that they just lost to Denver. Yeah, Zach Wilson was not quarterbacking that team. But Sam Darnold beating you guys, and a Sam Darnold who's now 5-0. Yes, 5-0 currently with the Vikings. And a guy in Eugene Geno Smith, who's also doing his thing, leading, by the way, the NFC West at 3-2. And the Vikings leading the NFC North at 5-0. Former Jets quarterbacks. I thought when Joe Douglas got here, I said, look, I know that Sam Darnold might be a little broken and fragile because of how, he didn't have the pieces. He wasn't coached up. But, I mean, the guy had talent, in my opinion. He had the talent, and he's proving it now. I mean, granted, he's proving it right now. So, what the Jets do? Can the Jets, fix things? I mean, it starts Monday against the Bills. I don't know, man. I have no clue because I feel like on offense, I feel like they're lost. I mean, and I just feel like here we go again. I could see the Jets finishing 8-8. Super Bowl contention and all, and firing Robert Saleh. Is that going to make things better? I don't think so. But what say you? What do you think? What do you think the Jets have to do for things to be better, Jet fans, football fans? What do you think the Jets have to do? I don't think this is going to make a difference. I really don't. Now it's that time. NBA GMs predict and believe that the Celtics will repeat. Knick fans, how do you feel about that? I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Folks, I'm on Facebook at SamIAnalyze, Instagram at SamIAnalyze, the platform formerly known as Le Twitter at SamIAnalyze. Please I forgot. I'm also on TikTok. Please like, share, subscribe, and you see that notification bell to the right. Please click on that. That will let you know the next time I drop another video. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, à tout à l'heure.